Thank you for being a friend.
Goddamn, Sam.
Travels down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend.
Lemonade Talk Podcast.
Hey, welcome to Lemonade Talk Tuesday. I'm Cece.
Hey.
That's your name?
No, I was just going with you. Like I was, feeding off of the A.
Hey guys.
I'm Lando. What's up? What's going on?
We're Lemonade Talk Podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we have a guest today. We have bi-coastal comedian. Is it like in comedian?
Yes,
comedianess,
comedian.
something.
Yes, the
Comedian
female version.
extraordinaire. Jet setter. She's everywhere. Writer. Actress. She does a lot of things. Jane of all trades, because we love
Got
a
some
woman who is
hats.
very well rounded. We have
Absolutely.
Miss Corlis DeLauren joining us today.
Thank you for
Thanks for having me.
joining.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yes.
And last episode, if you guys were watching or listened to it, we talked a little bit about how when women should shoot their shot at men, it's the feeling of like when women say, "Oh my God, you look so pretty" in the middle of the club or whatever. That's how we kind of met.
Yes.
Nice.
Like later that night, I was like, "Oh my God, girl, your outfit is so cute." She was like, "Girl, you too," and I was like, "I love you. Be on our show."
Always
So she's
need
here.
Nice.
She's
Always
here,
there.
and we're very happy. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Very excited.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
being
it.
here.
I appreciate it. I like being positive to women because I feel like it isn't done enough between
I love
us.
it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I love
We gotta
it.
do it. We gotta do it.
Absolutely. So we'll get into our drinks of the day.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You
So
wanna start off?
today we have, I'm sorry. Today we went to OST Liquor.
Mhm.
It's one of our favorite Black-owned liquor stores. And they have double cup cocktails. So today I have Spend the Night. So it
You gotta
has
see it.
a crush peach soda. Thank you. It has how y'all say this vodka name? Sweckers.
Svedka.
The
Sleka.
blue raspberry. Then we have some kinky.
Kinky.
Oh, this not kinky. Oh, this one is kinky.
That is kinky.
And then we have coconut rum. So I'm gonna mix it together and see what
all these
happens.
liquors,
yeah.
child.
I have Pressure. Apparently, it's one curated by Keisha Nicole from 97.9.
Oh,
Nice.
And it has the Western Sun ginger beer. Thank you, honey. Western Sun prickly pear vodka, Wheatley vodka, and a Chambord. It's like a raspberry liqueur. So yeah, that's what I got. And what do you have, Miss Corliss?
I like it. It sounds like a whiskey sour, but it's got more than whiskey in it. So this is Go Ape,
Okay.
and I got a little Simply Lemonade, which is the black lemonade of choice. I got a little Jack. I got a little Jack Daniel. I got a little Bird Dog honey flavored whiskey. So that's 2 whiskeys now.
Okay.
And then Deep Eddie's lemon vodka. So I'm about to be drunk. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna just be nice and sweet.
I was on that Bird
Have a
Dog
nice
last
little buzz.
episode.
Have a
And,
nice dessert.
Last episode I had that pink and I really enjoyed it.
yeah. So we're gonna let y'all know what they taste like after first sip, and then we'll let you know how we feeling at the end of the episode. Okay.
I am simply simping on some, what was that? Stella Rose Pink.
Stella Rose.
It's pretty
Stella
nice
Pink.
and smooth. Has a nice taste.
Yes.
Oh, he's classy.
Yes.
Yeah, very classy.
Very classy today, love.
I went from tea to wine.
See the wine. He moving up
I'm moving
there.
back up. Getting my
I love
bearings.
a good Moscow Mule. So hopefully it's like I'm guessing like a
I wanted to be a
Flavored version?
of because what was that pink stuff that you put in there? Not the Chambord.
the
But
pink stuff was the prickly pear vodka.
Oh, that's
So,
nice. Yeah, you
yeah.
should have a good time today.
Yeah. Okay. So this week, thank you, honey. It is still Women's History Month.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and
Nice
mix
right
it up.
there.
We're gonna make a little noise, but it's International Women's Month. So this week, this episode, we're gonna talk about women, what you love most about being a woman, and what you love the most about women. Lando. So we're gonna get into that. Let's get first sip going on real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and sip. What's
You
your
doing straw?
that
Yeah.
pressure? Okay, let me sip
Thank
that.
you so much.
All right, Miss Corlis is going 8.
Okay. I like it. It's giving. I like it.
It's giving what it's supposed to be
It's
giving.
giving
you?
what it's supposed to
It's giving
give.
turn up on Tuesday.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Body.
And we have our straws
Tonight
today.
is
That's
Go ahead, you
yours?
calling up somebody to
who am
spend the
I
night.
gonna call?
That ain't nobody business.
Girl, this is just a delicious whiskey sour. This is definitely perfect for the rodeo.
Okay.
I'm perfectly
It's
happy
rodeo
right now.
season.
So
Yes.
my drink is it's very smooth. You can't really taste the alcohol, and that's scary.
it right there. Yeah, that be the thing. When you can't
Her
taste
face
it.
looks so serious and it
Right.
scares
Is it good?
me.
Yeah, it's very tasty.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
good.
cannot taste the alcohol.
Corliss. Oh, I did my cups
How was
wrong.
yours? Yeah, I think you did.
Oh man,
I
Corliss,
did
you're
my
supposed to
cups
double
wrong as
cup
well.
because we in H-Town.
I did face that first. So
Yeah, that's my fault.
We did
You gotta
our
double
original
cup.
face.
You
Oh, I
gotta-
thought that was for somebody
No,
else.
I'm
but
gonna
now
fix
makes
it so
sense
you
why
can
there
see
was
my
no
stick. No,
ice
I'm
in
not.
there.
Fuck it.
My bad.
And I did my cup wrong because I did want to show, but
Yeah, we'll get it right next time.
Oh,
Yes.
we're supposed to put it where OST liquor
Yeah.
show.
Hopefully, I shall participate this next.
Yes. Well, anywho.
So I have a question for all three of you.
Ooh.
What do you guys? Well, I'm sorry. What do you women love about being women? What do you love most about it? I mean, because I can't relate.
That's a very loaded question. I don't have an easy answer.
I mean, we don't have to have an easy answer.
What I love most about being a woman.
I think that's what I love about it.
That it's
the fact
complex?
that it's complex and there's different things like even from the fact that I mean we're drinking liquor on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
the fact that, you know, I don't know that we can switch our hairstyle every
Yeah.
other day and not have to explain ourselves. I just love being the femininity of it, but then also having like the balance of strength in that. I love the beauty in our bodies. I love the beauty in our minds and how complex we can be. And yeah, it's just a lot of different aspects of it. And if you ask me what I hate, I got specific.
Okay, yeah, I can be real.
I can be very specific about what I hate, but there's
That's
just so many
interesting.
wonderful things about being a woman.
yeah, I can't narrow anything down.
Yeah.
But it comes with a lot of perks. I can say that. What do I like being a woman? I don't know. It's scary
I
being a
feel like-
woman, but
Yeah.
You know what I feel like it's like? It's like when someone says, "What do you like about being black?" You know that it's a struggle, but
Right.
you wouldn't
Right.
change it.
right.
That's how I feel about
That
being
is
a woman.
Right.
That makes
Perfect.
sense.
A perfect
Right.
way to define
I
that or
would not
explain
change
it.
it for the world.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
change it, but it is some.
One thing I'll change.
Okay.
I have a dick though.
Come again?
A big one.
Okay.
What's a?
No.
Okay.
You
So you want to be a chick with a dick?
No, I don't want to be that.
That's what you just
But
said.
I said like, okay, just erase what I said.
Why are you saying you want to have BDE like big dick energy? Is that what you're saying?
Why you
would
can't
like?
have big pussy energy?
I do.
But everybody can have
Okay.
BDE. Everybody can have it. It's not just a male thing.
You can have
Yeah,
big
like
dick
I
energy.
wanna. Okay.
But is it though?
Yeah, it's like, okay, say for instance, old lady, this is a bad example, good example, but when what's her name came into the room on Kill Bill?
Uma Thurman?
No, the Asian chick. Why can't I remember her name?
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu came in the room. It was
I
a
love
bunch
the
of dudes
whistle.
she was around.
Oh,
And she
yeah,
walked
and they-
up and they were scared.
yeah.
but
So-
what is that feminine energy?
That's
No,
what
that
I
was some boss
I
shit.
was, well, see,
Yeah.
But
what I was.
feminine energy is bullshit.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I would say that the things that you guys go through as women, in terms of just from the reproductive part to just the menstrual parts, and y'all still like walking around and able to do stuff while you're just bleeding like to fucking death, like it's crazy.
Because the bitch died
And
today.
it's like, because anything else that bleeds for that long dies. If I bled for that long, I'd be dead. So I feel like there's no need to equate the wonderful and powerful stuff that y'all do to a guy in any way.
Yeah.
I think that it's what she said, big pussy energy. Like I think that's better said.
I apologize. I
About
will.
what?
That is kind of like a little bit of me, like giving it to the men that you have to be a man to have strength. I didn't want it to be like that, but that's just how they've been using that word.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
society
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
Society will do that, but I just want, especially my black women, to just take that power and live in that power because it's powerful. There's nothing like it. That's what I love about, especially black women. But I love how powerful y'all are, how y'all able to like create the cool, and even though y'all don't get credit for it, you know, y'all still rock
The
with it and create new
Kardashians.
things. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's why I always rock with black women. But I just feel like what makes y'all dope is just the things that naturally come with y'all. You know what I mean? So it's like what y'all can multiply, what y'all can do. Like it's if you have like for guys, if you have a great woman in your life or in your corner, even if you're not dating her, like you're winning in life because she, you know, she has a lot of things that she can like definitely help you with. I feel like with dudes, you need to have at least one female friend or some great woman in your corner because like it's beneficial for
I'm
both
so
sides.
happy you didn't say the word strong because I'm so tired of people putting black women and strong in the same category.
Yeah.
I mean, but you are.
Because like
But
black women are strong because they have to be.
Right.
It's not in my opinion, it's not necessarily something that we just want to be.
I would, you know, one of my favorite Instagram posts is a black woman drowning in the water, and then she's like, she has her hand up, and they're like, "You're strong, black sister," and then they have like instead of throwing her a lifesaver, they just kind of high five her, and then she just ends up drowning.
Yeah,
and it's like that's what it feels like. It's like we don't really want to be like. I'll tell you the real honest truth. The way I have my boyfriend now is because I specifically said to him, I was like, I can do these things, but I don't want to do them anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like my dad was a Marine, and at the age of 5, like I knew how to cut the grass and edge it, and I knew how to do all these things by myself. I knew how to change tires. I can do those things, but I don't want to do those things.
Right.
Or I want to find someone that can be in my life that can lead me, and I can trust that they lead me with discipline and not take advantage that I've given them a total autonomy over a lot of things I don't want to do anymore.
Right.
That's
powerful.
That's just I take out the trash. I do I fix my car when the radiator has a crack in it and I gotta put, you know, the fluid inside of water and it's bubbling over. I can do those things. I've done them before, but I don't want to do them anymore.
I would definitely
Or I would love a
define that.
partner.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, boo.
No, you're good. I love where you're
No, that's
going.
good. That's
Like I
great.
define that. Like that's big pussy energy.
Yeah.
Like I can do all of this shit,
I'm
but
here
I
for
don't
it.
want to. Like, and that's why I'm like ready to like, you know, do it.
But it's
Reside
good
in
that
my
y'all know how
divine
to, though.
femininity. Like I want to just like
That
chill.
way y'all not
Try to be-
depending on
And every aspect of my parents' parenting was that my mom was like, you need to know how to do these things for yourself. Now, my mom was more of a, she was always an artistic person. So she taught me how to do my own makeup because they don't never know how to do no black woman's makeup. And my mom is light skinned
Your
and she felt
talent.
like that. I can make my own wigs and weaves because I had to be able to do that because I
That's
didn't have
dope.
enough money to do. And and that's the other thing. I know what a lot of women will be like, girl, why you do that? But like, I've never asked a guy to pay for something I couldn't pay for myself. Do I want to pay for it?
No.
Of course, I get it.
Yeah.
But can I? Yes, I will. Or I can make it for
Do I want
myself.
to? No.
But but my dad's side, he was going to give me those physical things that I needed to learn how to do. Like he made us join a sport so that we could learn discipline and group camaraderie and like be a part of something that makes you play as a team.
I love that.
My,
So these are all those
growing
things.
up was a little different. Like
Oh, sorry.
I had I grew up with a male, my grandpa, and it was more of like, girl, don't cut that grass. He about to cut it.
Yeah.
Girl, don't take the trash out. He about to cut it.
My dad had all girls.
Oh, okay.
So the younger, it was
That's
the
me.
last
Girl dad.
one was a boy, but he was so far down the line where he couldn't wait that long to be like, he gonna do it. So that's the only reason why my dad just didn't, he wanted us to be able to do for ourselves.
But
I do that for my daughters as well.
let some dishes be in the sink.
Yeah.
And
Some
I'm like,
domestic
oh,
shit.
hell
Baby.
Some domestic shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that's tradition. Like that's how a lot of traditional
Yeah, they
things
are.
were.
I think that's just. I think those types of things are important, and that's probably why y'all are sitting here in y'all's own room with this show. It's just like when you're raised to be something independent and be proactive, it really manifests itself into a really great adult. That's why you always see wealthy people and their children, they're struggling to define those rules for them because they've been given a lot of things. And it's not their fault. They had money and the parents were probably poor, so they wanted to give their kid everything.
But they didn't have.
But like a little bit of chores and discipline and kind of like you got to go out there and rough it is always good conditioning, because you ain't never heard no successful person be like, you know what? Everything just came to me. I'm really great with money and my business is successful. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, that's a phone call. So yeah, you've never really heard anyone say that. Everybody that anything that's rough or smoothed out has to go through some rough.
Yeah,
water.
I gotta go through some shit.
And really, to be honest with you, the perfect example, I hate to say his name, but Donald Trump, he was given money, he was given wealth, and he's a horrible businessman.
This is factual.
And that's just it. It's not his fault. He was raised in a society where everything is given to you because you're white and it's right.
He
and
just
then it's
wants
his
to
money.
keep getting more and more and
So
obtaining
do you
more
feel
power.
like,
and fucking
I
it
know
up.
this is a little off
No, it's
topic, but do you feel like he should have got it out the mud?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't have kids, but when I have kids, I'm not going to make them get it out the mud. Like, I'm going to make their life just a little easier than mine.
Yeah.
And then I want them to make their kids' life just a little easier than theirs. So, for instance, if they need, like, if I have a child and they're in college, and I'm not going to put them out the house at 18 because nobody did that to me.
Yeah.
So, like, if they want to stay with me until they're 30, they can, but they have to be a productive citizen. They can't just be like a bum.
This is the thing that everybody doesn't realize that's happening in America. It's a pandemic that's happening, and it's not like a virus or something. It's actually narcissism and materialism.
Yeah.
That is
and it
very
leads to
factual.
sociopathy. But the funny thing is, it's not because of the money that you've been presented. It's because of the values that weren't instilled in you. If you look in most Asian cultures, a lot of their lifestyle is communal or very family oriented. Hispanic families are like that as well. They don't really move out the house. They build onto this one house and they build their extended families with that. And they have a really great way of making like wealth, like making a legacy with their family. And when you instill in someone that it's not just about them, it's about the entire family, it makes a different type of mindset. But most people are like, it's every person for themselves. I figured it out. You need to figure it out. So I would honestly say there's nothing wrong with raising your child where they know that you care about them, because it's a lot of other things that will tell them and no one cares about them.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that we need to instill other values.
Well, I'm definitely going to instill values, but I want them to feel like they can always come home. Like, if you're in a bad relationship, come home. Like me, I can always go home. Now, if I'm going to come home, I don't know.
Yeah, it's up to you, though. You have the
I
opportunity.
can always go home.
And then you know what's funny? Me and my homegirls, we was all having brunch, and we had all gone on different sides of the nation. Like, I was in L.A. at the time, someone was in New York, someone back in Texas, someone in the Midwest. But long story short, too late, we were all eating, and we were talking about these bad relationships we was in and how we were depressed, and some of us was wanting to do other things that I really don't care to mention, but it was very sad, and I was like, y'all, how are we all going through this all at the same time? And ain't none of us picked the phone to call each other and talk to each other, because we feel like you get isolated and you feel like no one's going to understand, or they're going to make fun of you or something.
Or the judgment that comes.
Yeah.
Or the misunderstanding. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
To be telling something that I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
To tell somebody something that you're going through. First of all, it takes a lot of vulnerability. Secondly, it's like, okay, I don't need you to judge me right now or tell me I told
what
you
I
so.
did wrong.
I just need to vent this out and know that somebody's just really listening. And I don't know if it's like that for women as well, but like guys, we don't have a lot of places to vent to.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
When I see like women, like women to me, like y'all always like together. Like y'all do, if y'all don't do nothing else, y'all do like y'all will go out the country together.
Go
y'all
to the
go out to
bathroom
eat
together.
y'all make it happen. Y'all
They
don't
got
have to
movies
be
about his
But
girl
right.
trip.
But guys, we don't really do that.
There may be a safety issue too, like
True.
going to the restroom together.
Oh, it's always multiple reasons why we gotta do
Yeah,
stuff.
like-
But what I
Right,
will
but y'all
say,
stick together.
there's like please don't quote me on this stat, but it's like literally like 65 to 75% of men don't say that they have a best friend, and that's just unheard of with
Really?
women.
I didn't know that either.
They don't have any outlet. So
we don't.
so with my
Because we don't trust most guys. Like it's like most like when you get a girl, if she's looking like okay, like if we're hugging and she's looking this way, she can see everything, right? Or she's my second pair of eyes. Whereas like she's like, okay, look, I don't that dude right there, he moving kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I said you got to have a great woman in your corner because she can tell you when the people that's been rocking with you, because that's what guys will deal with. We'll have some dude that have been rocking with you for like since y'all were like knee high, and he just switch up and you don't see it because you got a love for him that just that's or you got a love for your boy or that y'all been through so much together or what have you, and she be like, yeah, he not moving right.
This one right here, the level of discernment that this woman over here
y'all
has on her.
intuition, yeah, bro.
She be knowing everything.
No, I don't. I pray. I
promise.
But the Lord be delivering it to you.
You know what's so funny? You know what's really funny about that whole thing that you said? My boyfriend, he has a certain amount of friends. But
I'm ready.
I'm sorry, but he
Don't be sorry.
me and
You
my
better be
homegirl,
proud.
we'll be in the living room and we'll be talking shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you
Okay. So we'll be talking shit in the living room, just like, girl, and she should have known that he was cheating on her, and he'll come out the living room, and I'm thinking he don't want to be bothered.
He trying
but
to get
he
the
be over
tea.
there talking about something. He be over there listening to something. You know what I think? I'm like, what you think, baby? I love it because I feel like that's his way. I let him do that. Whenever he say he want to go out with his friend from college, I just let him go, and I don't ask him no questions
Exactly.
because I literally feel bad
That is
he-
appreciated.
Oh, I
To not
want
be
him.
because it's like there's guys who are faithful, but then there's some guys like you keep on telling me what I'm doing and I'm gonna go do it.
Mm-hmm.
I know some guys like that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you think I'm cheating? Okay, I'm gonna go cheat.
Babe,
now.
I'm gonna
make this a
get
reality.
Since I'm getting in trouble for it already. I'm already getting getting it already. I might as well do that.
Whatever, but
I'm sure you will be soon.
yeah, whatever.
You better. I was choked.
But, if I had a boyfriend, I wouldn't question him.
Me either.
Because I don't want him questioning me for one, and then I want us to be respectful.
The level of trust needs to already be established.
I think it
Yeah.
helps the level of
If
trust.
people
Like,
like, oh, I'm going out, I'll be like, have fun.
Mhm.
right, because if
You
you
sure
do
what you
something
doing?
on
I'm
that,
gonna stay at home.
If you live in a house with them and they leaving, you be like, oh, bye. Because you be like, you want your space back.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, honestly, wholeheartedly, I love that he feels like he's comfortable enough to have. Because my friends, the friends I have, we've been friends since we were born. I think we've been friends for like 30 plus years. And so for me, I was like, he knows that they're family for me, and he needs to get along or move along.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I
so
feel.
Right.
he literally. I mean, I'm sure there's not all of them that he just agrees with all the
I
time.
find like one or two that
But
he
He
like,
ain't gonna
yeah,
say
for the
nothing, no.
most part, he's like, those are her like sister friends. Like,
Right.
it's not gonna change. So I gotta like he asked me when he bought this jewelry for me, he called them right up. I didn't even know he had their number. And he was like, hey, you think she gonna like this?
That is
And I was
cool.
like, that's what I want. A single cut solitary diamond.
look, hey, and your friends gonna know.
And my friends,
They gonna be like, yeah, matter of fact, double it if you can. You know what I'm saying? She's settling for that one.
That's
But
what I
double
want.
it if you can.
A
But I
single
think
cut.
what you said about him finding comfort with you,
I love that.
that's something that men, I don't care who you are, like what age you are, men want to find that peace, that vacation. I call it vacation. Like if I can come around you, even if we're not doing anything sexually, if I can come around you and I can feel like I'm on vacation, like everything, I only got to look at my phone. I can just enjoy you and being in your presence, like with that feminine energy, the natural sensuality that y'all have and things like that. Like I would pay for that if I could. Like if y'all could wrap that up and put that in a bottle and we could pay for like that affection, that nurturing that y'all just naturally have. I'm telling you, it gotta be. But I'm just saying, like, that's important for a guy to feel. And if he can feel that with you, that means you're like an incredible ass woman for real, for real.
from your mouth to God's
Seriously.
ears back down to my boo, because I hope he feels that way. Because it's my first realistic relationship, girl. Because I just had some black ones, okay? They didn't be in some death traps, and I knew it. And I went anyway because I was like, well, he
said she
But I love him.
She loved dudes
But
with
this will
red
make you
flags.
appreciate something, girl.
Be joking. I like green flag. I just be joking.
No, girl, we went through them phases where we was like,
Yeah.
I know that's an ultimate red flag.
Back in the day, if it was
Because you had time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, you had time to figure that out.
Come with me. Come.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like, what you looking for? Okay. You just want to play? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew,
know.
and then
Yeah.
sometimes you went all woman on them, and then started caring about them, and started getting them like Jordans and Nuggets before he came back to the house,
Right.
and you was like, I'm catching feelings,
He
and it's
never
gonna
did
be
that.
to my demise. But honestly, I think around 28, I was like, I don't got time for this. No
Yeah.
more. I can't do this. And I sometimes I would
Priorities
accidentally
change.
stumble into it, but I try to get. I'm a Capricorn, so I try to be realistic.
You're
with
a
myself.
Capricorn,
I am a
Corlis?
Cap girl. Do you get along with Caps? Not the way she drank that drink.
Capricorn women, yes. Capricorn men, fuck no.
What is? So
I don't know
I've
the
never dated a
difference.
Cap dude.
Oh my God. Every worst thing. Well, no, that's not true. Most of them. It's
Majority.
I'm a Sagittarius. They say we're not compatible.
No,
but-
Sag and Cap is
But
not compatible.
females, we be cool. But dudes, it's completely a disaster.
Was it living with them and it
Disastrous.
was disaster?
I have never lived with no man. I'm
Okay.
not gonna do
Okay,
that
that's
until.
good. No, that's dope.
Now I might have stayed with you for a little while.
Until I got back on my feet.
Not a little while.
That's living with a man. I stayed with one dude for
No
like
judgment, no
a few
judgment.
months.
No judgment.
But I've never like fully like moved in. This is our space to get. I ain't never did that.
What is it about the Capricorn? This is not on topic.
It's
Remember
okay.
we talked about-
It's okay.
what is it about the Cap guy that you're just like absolutely not?
Typically, they are horrible communicators.
Okay.
The intentions are always something different. It's just their personality. Like what comes easy or natural for them. It's usually like honestly a disruption. Like we just can't see eye to eye on a lot of things. Now the sexual chemistry is always fantastic. However, everything else is always a conflict. Like every single thing. Like no matter, I can name multiple people, but like Capricorns, but it's just never worked out for any of them.
You know what's funny? I will not sit here and deny that that's not a problem for me as a Capricorn woman. So it's I know it doesn't seem like it now, but ultimately I have really bad communication skills when it comes to my lover, and so he is the one that approaches me
Yeah.
and goes, "What happened yesterday?"
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm mad at something that I don't know how to articulate.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't
It's just a
communicate
mental
it well, and
battle.
then it
You just
turns
keeping
into
it to
something
yourself.
else. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a mental battle.
Mhm.
And so I keep it to myself until it's turned into this catastrophe, and then I explode. And so that doesn't work well when it's the guy. That would never work well. Because the way I feel, if a Capricorn dude is doing that,
Yeah.
it would be scary.
Like you could have just said
Because
that.
for me, I go, wow, you know, but
Yeah.
a guy can be like, girl, you are really dramatic right now. And I'll be like, you know, you're right, you know. But if a dude did that to me, I would be like, oh my God, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? So I think you're right.
Yeah. Every
So
time.
with that communication, like how did you I know some women that have that communication issue, right? So one person, I wasn't dealing with them directly. They was just like a friend. Because I do talk to people in a sense of just advice, whatever sometimes. Like not, no, seriously.
No, I thought it was for the go somewhere else. Like,
Oh,
ooh.
nah, but I'm just saying like they would write down what they would feel or type it up, what they would feel, because they weren't able to articulate it
Yeah.
verbally. So it's like, just like people are different learners, people are different communicators too. So
True,
it's like
very
if
true.
you're very invested in your person, you have to find a common link that will allow them to communicate freely in whatever way that is until you guys can come to a point in which like, okay, yeah, I can do that, or we can do that, and we can communicate effectively. Because to not be able to communicate, it's like it's going to create a disaster.
Well, I will say this. I'll go back to what I said. I do not initiate communication, but he does.
Mhm.
So then that opens the floodgates for me because now I feel like someone's asked me my opinion about something, which I feel like is denied with a lot of people, not even just women,
That's very
but just
true.
men and women. And then the other thing is he's not a yeller.
Mm.
My family will holler over stuff we agree with. We'll be like, girl, me too. Girl, you should have saw it. And then ain't nobody mad. They're just yelling in the house. But he's
I
just
come from a
not.
loud family too.
I have a real loud family and he's just not loud. And so most of the time, one of the things that I had to realize because I care about him is I had to stop talking because once he opens the floodgates, I start talking and then he doesn't get a word in edgewise. So I had to pause myself. Which is very difficult for women to do, especially when they feel like it's an open communication thing happening. Then they're like, blah, blah, blah. You agree? Anyway, so I was thinking, and the dude's like, I didn't even get to say what I was thinking.
Yeah, I didn't
so
even-
I stopped. I purposely go, I'm upset because I feel like you didn't listen to me the entire time I was trying to tell you the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then I'll just sit there and go like this. And I mean a pregnant pause. Like I'll be like,
So, sir.
and then he literally after like literally like it feels like a whole minute. He's just like,
What's his sign?
I feel he's a Taurus.
Yeesh, the women tourists or something.
Well,
Something
to
else.
add
He's a
my 2
Taurus.
cents in.
But
Go
men,
ahead,
I hear
darling.
they're
I'm
good
a
things.
Virgo and
Do our intros.
we're perfect. So
There lies the problem.
I love this.
The delusion.
Are we introduced? Is that what we're doing?
Introducing
I'm a Virgo
ourselves.
and we're
These
perfect.
are not delusional traits.
I'm a Leo, if that matters.
Okay.
My best friend is a Leo,
Yeah, we're
and I
good
love
people.
her
We're
because
good
she
people.
makes me come out of my shell when I don't
Is that
want
what
to.
you
We do
think?
that. Oh, we're excellent people.
They have birthday months. They have like extravaganzas.
Yeah, I would love
Yes.
that extravagant.
Very extra. I'm
Let's
here
celebrate.
for it.
But the thing about it is that even though it's a big thing like that, we're actually want to celebrate everybody that comes. Like
Mhm.
it'll feel like it's your birthday. Like
Yeah.
if you come to
Yeah.
something that I have for
When
my
she comes
birthday,
to
it's
my
gonna feel
birthday.
like it's your birthday too.
Exactly.
Because that's how
what
much
she do.
fun. Like, well, y'all seen it. Y'all came to one of my birthday things.
Yeah.
I
We had a
mean,
live
friends.
band. We had it was going. It was good. Like it's all the vibes.
Well, for my birthday, I would like to be celebrated.
Goddamn,
Because
the
it's my
entire month.
Right.
Speaking
But
of,
I look at it as New Year's. That's I guess why.
So
Yeah.
I know. So my dad used to have a little thing with horoscopes. So I love them. So Virgo, very good business savvy, kind of black and white, a
I
little
am.
too clean cut.
I am.
Leo, very, very central thought, but they're the life of the party and can probably chameleonize themselves into any group.
Very well.
Sagittarius,
Okay.
very spontaneous and tenacious. So, like, they're not afraid to start new things and ventures and not care about what people think. That's what I've gotten from all those different signs. I've read up on all of them. So
That was
I don't
good.
know. Tell me if you feel like that's you, but if
No,
it's
I
not,
am.
why am I acting like this is my horoscopes with Coco?
goddamn, and that's fine.
When
Come
you
on,
said
segment.
chameleon, like that hit it on the nail. Because there are certain places where I'm absolutely quiet and tucked away in
Yeah.
the back somewhere and won't say a word.
But you're observing, because that's how my friend is. I will bring her on purpose.
Yeah.
If I don't feel like talking, she'll talk for me. But then she also picks up things for me and she goes, "Oh, girl, I don't think you should deal with them. They don't seem
Facts.
like
That's discernment because
That's
Yeah, our
discernment.
discernment is really high.
Yeah.
you could bring somebody around me and I'll be like, that ain't the one.
Yeah.
I have it and I gotta start listening. True story.
Okay.
I had dropped my
I like
keys
true stories.
and I the remote broke off
Mhm.
or whatever. And then something was, and I had put it in like the cup holder. Something kept saying, "Move that, girl, move that." And I was like, la 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 la, move that, girl, move it. Anyway, I didn't move it. I went to valet, came back, went to my apartment and was looking for my remote. Why I wasn't there anymore.
Mm.
So apparently when a valet door opened it, they must have dropped it. All I had to do was listen to that voice
Oh.
that said move it. So
Mm.
ever since then, I've been listening to that voice in my
You
head.
got to.
Yeah.
My sister, I don't even introduce her to dudes unless I know it's for real. I gave this girl I gave her
You
three.
better cuss.
I gave her 3 facts
She ain't
about
drunk
this
enough
dude.
yet.
She had a whole profile
seen
ready for me
Silk.
to. She was like, "This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work."
It's like
That one.
I can be a friend with somebody. As long as I come into your life for a certain period of time, people will start dropping like flies. I may not even say anything, but people just start showing their true colors. And they be like, damn, they ain't never act like this before. And I'm like, you sure?
Yeah.
Like,
Or
this
did you
seems
just not
like this has
notice?
been going on for a while.
I use my Leo friend to make friends.
Yeah.
She the one that introduced me to everybody. She'll find the friends
Yeah,
for
'cause
me.
we'll network.
I didn't
We'll talk to
realize
everybody.
it. I didn't realize until we lived on both different coasts. At first, we both lived in New York together. I moved to California, and then she was there, and I was like, "How was I
having a
making
hard
friends?"
That brings us to, do you feel like it's easy or difficult to make friends as a woman, to like meet new people?
Meet new people as in like men, or meet new people
Or
as in
like-
women?
With other women. Like, making friends with other
From what
women.
I hear from women, it's hard for y'all to make friends with each other.
Genuine friends.
I think it depends on the type of woman.
Yeah.
Because some women are crazy. Some women are like,
Yes, I
no,
agree.
for lack of better words, some women are like I literally had this girl tell me that her she couldn't be my friend because her husband liked me. He didn't like me like physically. He liked like
Your personality.
my personality. Like I was fun. Like he liked the person I made his wife or whatever. It had nothing to do with like my looks or anything. He was just like, she a good person. You should keep her around.
Mm-hmm.
And she took that the wrong way and was like, I can't be your friend anymore.
But that's because he had cheated and
Insecure.
Yeah.
She was
so,
insecure.
Like, that's weird.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah,
insecurities
that's what
there.
that is.
That's really weird to me. So it just depends on some women. Like I'm a girl's girl, so I
Yeah.
can meet a girl and we can click, but I can also meet a girl and we'll click and then I'll be like, I'm not about to talk to you after this.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
like I can make
That
friends
happens for
in
us a
certain
lot
environments.
on dates.
Really?
Yeah, that's why guys don't want to spend money no more.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
because
'Cause it's
they were
like-
broke.
No,
Got it.
I mean,
Okay.
think about it. Like now some guys may
Real shit.
be. I can't speak on everybody's financial situation, but I will say you can get that click where it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk to her ever again. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, I'm ready. Like, I'm gonna pay this check, and this is the last. I've done that. I've had a lot of last dates.
You know what's funny? I love that you're saying this about men because women will not do that with men. If we're dating a man, we'll see multiple red flags and be like, but I just need to be dating a man. I need a man. I'm going to try to make it work. It's not that bad. But what I love about guys, I love and hate about y'all is that you
They'll
know
let you alone.
immediately that the woman's not the woman for you. The
Mhm.
only
They
thing
do.
y'all have a problem with is cutting it clean off.
And that's probably
Yeah,
because we've had sex.
communication.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this story is the best story because I appreciate
Love
this guy
stories.
to this day, and he broke up with me. This is what happened. We're in New York. We went out on this fabulous day. He kept canceling, so we went on 3 days in one night. That was his makeup
Wow.
with it. So
Okay,
we
sir.
did that. We've been talking for about 2 or 3 months, and then it was a week that had gone by, but I was kind of busy too, and then he didn't call, and I was like, dang. As soon as I said, dang, D didn't call me. What is going on with him? And my phone lit up and it was him. And I was like, hey, I was just thinking about you. And he was like, hey, Corlis, I know I haven't called you in a week. It's been crazy for me this week, but I have something to say. And I was like, what's going on? And he was like, my ex came back to me a couple of days ago and we've been together for like 10 years and I just feel like she wanted another shot at our relationship and I feel like she deserves that chance.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to tell you at first. And he was like, you're a great girl. He's like, I'm not going to lie to you. I am still attracted to you. So we probably would not be able to hang out with each other unless it's a group. But
That's real.
he was like, I really just want you to know that I didn't want you sitting wondering what you did wrong because you've done nothing wrong. You are a great girl.
That is a
I
good
love
guy.
And
that
literally-
type of
and
communication.
I was on the phone with him. I said, D, you literally made me like you even more now, but I respect that.
Yeah.
To this day, this dude don't even, we talked like years later, but he literally called me on the phone and I was like, how are you doing? And we were talking, catching back up. And I was like, I got you in my comedy set. Because I don't know if y'all remember this part or even if I did this for y'all, but I got locked in this dude's bathroom and he was the guy's bathroom I got locked in. But he didn't even know he was in my comedy set. And so we literally were laughing about it, talking. He's like, he's about to get married, all this stuff. And I said, D, I promise you.
The same lady?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he even told me what happened. He was like, no, it didn't work because she was an alcoholic. I couldn't deal with it. But while we both all drinking cheers.
Talk about God.
But
damn.
I just love the
Being
point.
an alcoholic is subjective.
Well, to a point. Not all the way. But going back to my point is, I wish guys understood that sometimes it's going to hurt either way.
Yeah.
But to cut it clean.
That.
Yeah, I
can look at this dude on the street and never think twice about his character.
Similar story. I had was acquainted with this guy, and one day he just kind of finally shot his shot, and I was like, okay, cool. So we were talking or whatever for a good maybe couple of weeks. We had gone on a first date. It was great.
Message.
That's
the good one.
It was a verbal call, actually. So it was a verbal call. He had an ex. They had broke up maybe within the month before we had started talking or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then she popped back up, wanted to make things work. The very first person, and I respect this man to the end of time because of this. He called me and was like, hey, my ex reached out to me, same shit. She want to try again. I feel like I owe it to myself to pursue this, yada, yada, yada. I was like, oh my God, I love that. Like, I've never had a man, and I've always wanted somebody that was going to be transparent, somebody that was going to communicate on my level of communication and be open and honest. Love that. But the problem was you came back a week later and shit didn't work out, then you wanted to be, no, we're not going to resume this.
Oh.
Because I tried. I did. Honestly, I gave it the good try. But I felt like the time frame, he's like, I just feel like I wasted so much time. Like, this whole week I could have been, yeah. I hear you.
That's the risk that you take, though.
That's the risk. And I did try, but at that point, it was like...
No, you didn't change. Your mind is changed.
You were good with your
decision. I just felt like I wasn't able to get back into it. You made your choice. You chose wrong. Unfortunately for you, I'm so sorry, but I'm not in a position where I feel like I can...
My heart can't
move past that.
This is not ping pong, man.
Like, I appreciate your honesty, yes, but you said, I do appreciate your honesty. However, it was the immediate, oh, that was a fucking fail. Let me go back to her. I'm sure she... No.
I'm not on the shelf waiting.
That was the risk
moment
you
that
took.
the moment that he told you, like, that's like all the stuff that you felt about him when I dealt with that.
You started moving on. And
it's literally a mental switch. Like, once shit go wrong, I cut it off, and it's really hard flipping that shit back on.
Yeah,
like,
I've dealt with that on the other side.
I can't.
Like, I tried to make a decision. I cut people off and tried to go back, and it was like, no. Like,
Respect the communication and honesty. That was the best thing that's ever happened to me. However, it was a backtrack for me.
I think if he would have waited like some time, like maybe.
I mean, because we weren't even committed. Like, you could have that week. We could have kept talking.
You said he shouldn't even have told you.
But that wouldn't have worked.
No, I appreciate him telling me, but I'm saying, like, maybe think about it next time.
You didn't plan that one out.
You sat here and told me all these issues and why it didn't work. And I'm not going to tell you, well, you told me that was for you to find out. You owed it to yourself to find out, and you found out. And now
I wasn't waiting around to see if you came back.
The bag.
Yeah. That has never happened to me. Like, I don't know why they're not honest with me. Oh no, don't.
Stop. But I don't think that situation has happened for you yet. Like, usually you'll meet a man.
I don't think it's something to look forward to, though.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah, so like, if it's never happened, like, it's kind of like
that's a blessing. Like, I feel like no man has. You haven't had a situation because you have had men that are like, okay, I know what I'm trying to do, but at the same time, like you said last week, they're emotionally unavailable. So then at the time it comes to like a relationship, then it changes. But you didn't have nobody that was trying to fuck around on you or try to do whatever.
I've been cheating on every relationship. So that was refreshing for me. I wasn't I think we all have different journeys of what we're trying to get from love
Nah,
and
for
what we're
real.
trying to grow from and learn about ourselves. And for me, I was attracting men that were dead in relationships that were eventually either going to cheat or go to the person they actually really wanted to talk to.
Wow.
So for me, D was like a perfect moment for me. I think it was God's little bubble or rainbow to just
show you,
kind of
like,
show me,
hey.
hey, there's good people out there.
Yeah.
You just need to keep, your eye on the correct type of guy.
Shout out to D.
So shout out to you, D, for doing
I
that for
attract
me.
emotionally unavailable.
So they just don't want to tell their
touched that.
feelings?
Touched
I
on that
can't
last time.
explain it, but they're like typically like just out of a relationship, or they're not looking for a relationship, or they want to just be friends. So apparently it's something that I'm putting out. I know I'm a goofball, but I'm a good
I
goofball.
feel like it's not an energy that you're putting out in a negative way that's attracting the wrong people or people that aren't ready for a relationship. It could be just like your vibe is you're a fun girl. You don't not take life too serious. But listen, not in the negative connotation as like this girl I'm only gonna fuck around with because like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like your vibe is so bubbly, so lively. It's like I know I'm gonna have a great ass time with this woman, and that's it. So they might be in a place where I just want to be happy. I need this light in my life.
No. Your heart has sincerity to it. But what I will say, my best friend has the same problem. She can't find guys that don't look at her for more than what you do for them. And I hate to say this like this, but you give them an ego boost.
Yeah,
I do. I think
every time you build them up, you give them the light.
You make them feel better about themselves, and then it gives them the confidence to go out there and find the woman that they're looking for.
Because just case in point, I'm not gonna say exactly what it was, but remember I was trying to talk to this person, and I was like, I don't know how to do. You say, oh, I got this. Let me send this good morning text for you, and it was the corniest shit, but it made his motherfucking day.
Yes.
He was so happy. I low key didn't know how to follow up on that shit. I was like, what do I do?
I got a question for you though.
I do send corny
Silly ass shit.
That's
He was so
okay.
fucking
So,
happy.
do
Somebody
you
gonna
have?
love it.
I think that is all the things that they're saying, but I think more so like, what are you when you meet a guy? And I just had this conversation with a good friend, with a good female friend of mine. What are you requiring? Because
nothing, because they're not getting nothing out of me.
well,
That's not the right approach.
What I'm saying is, it's like.
A guy,
Not so
Anytime Cece
much.
bring up a situation, she says the problem, but she don't realize it.
Okay, so this is my
She didn't hear it.
Here's an example. This is a very minute thing that you may not do. But this is one thing that my friend was doing. So the guy will call and say, "Hey, I wanted to take you out," and then she would go, "Oh, okay, just let me know when and where."
Oh, I do that.
Okay, no. So I go, this is my response to a guy that said, hey, I wanted to take you out. What day did you want to take me out? What restaurant? What time? I have things that I'm doing this week.
Oh, okay.
Do you see the difference between
I like
I'm
that
open
approach.
for anything you
I
fucking
love that
want to
approach.
do?
It's like it's like you're
I
giving
like
them
that approach.
a requirement.
I really don't care.
It don't matter.
Okay.
You need to set a time
I just
for
learned
him.
something from you also, so I
Ooh.
appreciate that nugget.
And also,
You need to set
If
a
you don't
finite
care,
time.
even
then
like
why
men
would-
that be like, oh, I want to take you out. I like the man that send me a text and be like, this is where we're going. This is the time.
I remember
Can
at
you
one
do
time
this?
I was.
Me and him was great, but like he moved to another country.
Exactly, but that was the last good example of a dude that, you know what, this is the thing.
Requirements.
It's a dude that has discipline enough to say, I respect your time. I'm going to ask for a specific amount of time, and I'm going to respect it. That's what you're
But
missing.
I was
What
so
if I-
excited.
But you can't
about
accept
that.
nothing less
on
of
her
that.
behalf.
No. I don't accept no bare minimum. That doesn't work for me.
Mm-mm.
But as for like, oh, I'm gonna take him there, I'd be like, okay, cool, let me know. And then if they follow up good. If they don't, good, because I don't care.
I know, but you can't let them know that you don't care what he thinks because
And that motherfucker
they
will let
would-
them know she don't
Have you
care.
ever heard if you give them an inch and take a yard? This
Yeah.
is the real reality of it is when you don't have boundaries set in place because you don't even know if you like the dude yet. You let him take your time on a date. So you need to set restrictions. Hey, I'm free on Thursday at 7. You want to do something?
But once I feel like they're full of shit, I don't even Talk to me.
Well, that's good, but I'm just saying you'll probably filter out through them dudes faster. I ain't
do
gonna lie.
filter out a lot of dudes fast.
Well, I was just speaking to the attraction, not what
my
they're
bad.
giving. No, I'm telling her like
Now
no.
we're fool.
No, it's just like if you're
Like, what are you
attracting something,
exactly saying?
then you just have to set requirements with yourself to not. You know what I mean? Like it has to be something.
Just no,
No, I'm not saying you
can't come
giving
to
them
me
anything,
any kind of way.
but you saying that's all that you attract. So is
Yeah,
is
my
there other
therapist
good guys that come through?
They
or-
all be good guys, but it's just that I meet them at weird times in their life. And like
So commitment is not a priority.
right now, today, at this very moment, commitment is not a priority to me, but I do want to work towards it.
Well,
But that's a requirement.
It's not a requirement because
You
if
want to
come
deal with
to me some
somebody.
bullshit, I'm gonna come back to you.
No,
Okay,
not
so
even on the
this
bullshit end.
This is the crazy thing, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is the crazy thing. The one thing that I love about guys is that they're very black and white and they're very simple. There is
They
no
are.
I'm trying to
there
tell you.
is no good time of his life for guys. If he wants to be with you,
He's gonna
going
be with me.
No, he's going to show you how much he wants to be with you. They are
believe that.
all action oriented. They're not words. They're very physical, and that's why I think that you should start looking towards a guy that is literally almost persisting. Like a lot of times, have you ever heard women that are with these in these good relationships, and they'll go, girl, he was getting on my nerves at first." Because the woman is not even looking at him. He is persisting. That's why a lot of times you get the cat calling. You get those guys that are just like, I'm going to shoot my shot or I'm going to just throw it out in the air and see what sticks. That's where that comes from because they physically will try to be with you.
We
add
love
the
requirements. I'm trying to give you a nugget here.
Set those boundaries, ma'am,
I'm not
because
gonna
I
meet
need
a
them.
guy on day one and give him a list because I don't give a fuck. To
No,
be
I'm not
honest.
saying give him
and
a
I'm
list.
also not the girl you about to be with 2 years and we're not working towards marriage. So y'all coming off like I just
No. We don't. I'm
I'm
not
not
presuming
doing
anything.
that.
I'm not
Like,
presuming anything about you.
you have
I'm just
to.
saying the guys.
come to me correct or I'm not gonna pay you any mind. Like
I believe you.
But see, acknowledge that as a requirement.
I do. I just stopped talking to you.
No, we gonna.
She is missing the point, but
so-
I am going to show her
don't get the
this.
point.
It's okay.
I'm not presuming anything on you. I'm just talking about the guys. The guy that I worked
Right.
out with, guess what? I slept with him on the first date. and we
Period.
still
Ain't
together.
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but before, guess what? Someone would have told me, "Girl, why you do that?
No,
That's
for real,
not
they
the
would
right
say
guy."
that.
My last real
Okay, go ahead.
relationship, I slept with him the first day, and we was together 7 years. That don't sleep with people. That's some bullshit. Do whatever you want to do.
Mm.
Yeah, 7 whole years.
Well, I'm just saying, like sometimes you
The
just have to
first
look
day.
at how they're acting towards you. That's it.
No, I agree.
I don't
I
presume
completely-
anything for
I
you,
completely
CC. I'm
agree.
not trying to be like, girl, you need to figure it out.
I
I'm
do
just
need to
saying,
figure it out, though.
the guy
Figure
that
it
is
out.
the guy, their actions are going to be very almost
Yeah.
aggressive, almost a little bit like stalkery.
This
but
is
right
why.
before you call the
Yeah.
cops, like it's literally like, why are you
Like, he's
pursuing me like
persistent.
this?
I don't
He's
listen. I don't
pursuing me.
listen to what dudes say. I have to
Show
see your
me.
actions.
Show
You're not
me.
showing me shit.
Don't-
Okay, cool.
Because
don't
everybody
tell me,
talking to
show
me.
me.
Everybody
Everybody
talk.
But not everybody showing me something.
talk.
Correct. You better. Okay.
Especially the
That's
dudes
almost-
nowadays,
that's it,
it's
that's
real
all.
easy to discern
Goddamn.
if they're
That's why my
waterheads.
phone is dry. My phone was ringing because
It's
my
giving
grandpa,
Sahara Desert.
I can't do it.
Shit, my
Grand-
rang
grandpa's
twice
trying to
'cause it
make
was
sure
my
you straight.
kid.
Grandfather called me.
Apparently, my grandpa is back in the hospital, so that's why my phone is ringing.
Oh, we send
I don't
healing to
know.
him.
I'm at this point. I don't know. That's why I keep drinking. It's like, girl, you need a drink.
I'm sorry.
But we're
I'll
gonna
pray
wish
for
healing upon him
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's been a rough
Good
cancer
news, too.
announcement week for me.
really.
I had like 4 or 5, guys.
Oh my gosh! I
Cancer
really
is
think it's
terrible.
something in
Gotta
the
be-
food.
It's something.
Man, it's in
the
the
only
air.
something.
It's in the air. It's in the water.
Like,
It's
rich. Yeah, it's something.
it's in
rich,
everything.
poor,
Everything.
medium.
because they stopped using real food and they started
Everything. You see
they started
how,
making food in labs.
Yeah.
and water and like they bro, we can't eat nothing. You can't even eat vegetables.
And
fruits.
the stuff that's real is too expensive to afford. But I'll tell you this.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you this, and
Better get into
I'll
farming.
say it to you people. Honestly, my sister told me this something, and I was super poor, y'all. I'm just TMI. I was making $40,000 a year. I was broke as a joke, damn near this close, living out of my car. And my sister said, "Do you want to pay $6 for them strawberries, or do you want to pay the $3? But then you got to pay the $50,000 for your chemotherapy and your treatment for cancer." She was like, "Figure out what's important to you." She was like, "It is expensive, but guess what? God's gonna find a way for you." And He found a way for me. I found a better job, and I ended up being able to afford those things. But it's
You
completely
increased your
true.
faith territory.
God literally made our bodies to where we can take carcinogens, certain levels of it. But when our body is being pumped with all those extra GMOs, preservatives, pesticides, all those horrific things that are building in our bloodstream, it causes us to have like those cancerous cells. My father died of diabetes. Y'all, he wasn't even overweight. He was exposed to Agent Orange during the Vietnam War, and it was in his bloodstream. So now I'm
His skin was messed up?
It wasn't messed up, no. But I'm pre-diabetic, and I'm not even overweight. I literally have to watch all my intake of food and stuff like that on a daily basis from a chemical. Yeah. So it's these chemicals that they're pumping in our body. They sit there and they
I worked
build.
offshore. We had to have certain PPP, like just to like, you can't even breathe certain stuff in. So like when they be like there's spills on the water, like, bro, you gotta cover your nose because that stuff comes through your car vents. Like it's everywhere. The skies are polluted with little metals in the air.
They don't care. Read about the Radium Girls. It was these beautiful women that they had making these watches. It was the first watches that glowed in the dark for people that worked at night. It was when like electricity and stuff was booming, so everybody could work at night. They made these watches and they put radium on the letters so they could glow in the dark. These girls were licking the brushes with their mouths. What the fuck? By the time their life was over at 30, their whole insides was glowing in the dark. They could see their whole bloodstream just by cutting the lights off in a room.
Contaminated
their
blood.
Were being poisoned, but it was all for money. They made millions of dollars off of these watches. These girls didn't get a penny of it. Couldn't have babies. Couldn't do nothing. Their body was literally breaking down from the inside.
That's what they say about Shein.
They don't care. Go ahead.
That's what they say about Shein. Why them clothes so cheap?
Shein?
Yeah, Shein, my bad.
No. Some people call it Shein, but I was clarifying for me. I was like, Shein? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they say like their working conditions are like terrible. Google
That's everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
My working conditions are terrible too.
Girl, they'll
I was trying to like do the clothes cup with the chemicals on it. That's why I was waiting on. I was like, wait a minute now.
It's a lot going on with the Shein. Like they only make $1 a day. And
that's crazy.
They don't eat.
Every month it's a new commercial talking about were you exposed to this? Roundup soil? How many of our goddamn grandparents was
like them
gardening?
earplugs? They got some on 3M earplugs.
Oh, to this day, that's why
I don't put them in my ear.
98% of the population has been exposed to that H6 Teflon chemical that they were putting on them pans at first, the non-stick pan.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, it's all in our bloodstream.
Definitely ain't that.
Unless you got an
Black
old
people's
big
like,
mama.
look, I ain't even. All I gotta do is rinse it.
If you got a big mama that got a crock pot, she probably the only person that don't have it in her bloodstream because everybody. Okay, so back in like the non.
They had the black ones that like if you use a metal utensil, it like the black shit.
Girl, look at this. Look at this movie called Dark Water with Mark Ruffalo. It tells you all about it. They did a whole.
You be going down the rabbit holes, don't you?
So sorry.
No, I love it. No, I'm saying it because I do the same thing.
I will literally. Okay, go ahead. I will look at something.
Love me a smart woman.
We can end the show.
We need to have her back. We need to have her back.
We do. And we can briefly talk about like the pressures of being a woman. Briefly, because we have about 3 minutes.
I hate the connotation of having to be submissive and sweet and kind and this, that, and the third. Like, and the whole, how we were talking about earlier, oh, she a strong black woman. Like that. Like, I don't feel like I'm a mean person. I think I am kind, but I don't let people fuck over me. Like, I'm going to speak up for myself. And I hate the fact that that's like considered you being a negative person or you're a bitch or no, I'm not going to let you fuck over me. Like, I'm taking, exactly. Like, that's crazy.
I think mine is kind of on your same plane, but I just really hate how they treat women like we're supposed to be robots.
Yeah.
Like we're non-reactionary. If we experience something traumatic, if if someone is cheating on us multiple times,
we're not supposed to respond.
We're not supposed to respond the way another person would. We have to be nice still. And it's like, that's just not a normal human response.
Yeah.
I have feelings in my soul.
Exactly.
Okay.
What about you?
My biggest pressure is people looking at me and just thinking that I am aggressive. And it's very annoying because this one time, this lady came to me very aggressively and I was confused. And instead of somebody saying, hey, see what's going on, they were like, oh, you were ready to fight. And I'm like, no, baby, I'm confused. I'm trying to figure out why this lady is in my face. So the pressure of me being a dark-skinned Black woman and not being perceived aggressive gets on my nerves.
Angry Black woman.
I hate that for y'all, man. I really do.
Because I do want to slap a bitch sometimes, but you know,
you wouldn't know unless I let you know.
I feel like that's a human instinct. If somebody is bothering you, you as a human being, you want to slap the fuck out of them sometimes. Like, I don't think that's should be put to certain genders and things like that.
Sometimes I'm tackling like getting a BBL.
Don't do it this out of style now.
You don't have to have no big
There's
booty.
people that are getting
I got a big ass and I don't want that hoe. So,
girl, my family is full of natural big booties. You don't want them troubles. It's a tough battle.
Itch my back.
It's a small waist trying to get over a nice derriere that's about 54 inches. Girl,
I think I want them troubles though.
No, you don't.
Anyway,
boo.
on that note, we're gonna head to
donate to my BBL.
Bitch, sponsor an episode first, goddamn. Fuck that shit. If you would like to sponsor the next episode of Lemonade Talk Podcast, send us an email or a DM, lemonadetalkpodcast@gmail.com or at Lemonade Talk Podcast on the social media platforms.
And if you would also like to sponsor my BBL, please send an email as well.
And I see
Trinitria.
Right. And on that note, would you like to end with that's all for the day?
Listen. Where my camera at? Listen. This is going to be real quick. Ask yourself, have you given 100%?
On camera.
I'm here. I'm
It's
looking.
orange.
I'm not looking at orange.
No,
Am I
you
looking
look at orange.
I look at orange?
Yeah.
I look at orange. I thought my camera was here.
That's all. You look at orange.
Orange?
Okay.
Do you hear me? Ask yourself your name. Am I giving 100%? And if that answer is no, I need you to write down goals. And I need you to get to that 100%, because if you're not giving 100% to things that you care about and that you want to do in your life, then you cannot complain about what happens in your life. You are in control of that. So give 100%.
That's
I like
snaps
that one,
on
Frank.
that. Yeah, you speaking to my soul. With that one.
Let's go. It's all applies to all of us.
Well, thank you so much for watching.
And Corlis, thank you
Watch
for
again.
coming.
I had a
We
good
will
Share
have
it
to
with your
have you
friends.
back.
We didn't have none of the women in the world, but I'm happy.
We definitely did. If we helped you, you comment, you goddamn review this episode.
Run this back. Run it back.
Resonate with one of us.
Somebody.
Resonate. You know what she said.
Goddamn,
Thank you
I'm
guys
a
for watching and listening. We love you guys, and we will
it's
see you
Resonate.
in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.